Yo, yo, yo. I don't expect nobody to be up this late, but while I had this on my mind, I felt like I'd come on here and I share my thoughts about Angie Walkers live about being segregated. I am the non-segregator. Well, I was, and I thought that she's absolutely right. I'll give her that. She's absolutely right. The only thing I disagree with, I don't think that this could be broken down further. I just don't think so. Because this started at about who was for R. Kelly and who was for the victims. That's how this started. And when it first started, it was on Instagram and it was R. Kelly's actual people. It was people that none of them are on social media. This is before Dana. This is before uh, uh, phases. This is R. Kelly's actual camp. Those are the people who I was beefing with at first. This was Don Russell. This was Cass Jones. Hell, it could have even been the daddy behind some of those pages. Okay, so the people that I was beefing with at first wasn't phases. The doctor that got caught up named in the case that had the young girl over his house, Dr. Rogers, phases, then came Dana. Before any of them, it was me against actual R. Kelly's camp. We need to understand that. I was here before all of these people, before a first rally by Dana, before any of this. This started the day after the docu series. This was before, and I know he's gonna run out here crying, but he didn't even have a channel. Okay, he didn't have his own channel. He was coming on someone else's channel. He didn't have one. He didn't get one until I advised him to get his own channel. And of course, he never tells the truth about anything, so he probably won't tell the truth about that. Okay. So before he runs out here and says, I was first, no, you wasn't. You didn't even have a channel. Your Instagram was weak. Okay. You were weak. Okay. The most brutal people in this R. Kelly sector was R. Kelly's actual camp. Okay. How I know this is because I dealt with them. Okay. And they were brutal. That's why I had 6 Instagram channels. Because they get your channel deleted. And it's playing all the games. Don used to play all the games. To DM me all day. Okay. Cass was working for R. Kelly. Used to DM me all day. What was weird was that the father had like weird relationships with him. We actually had a situation at the time to where I knew it was her DM me saying certain shit. And I called her on it. And the daddy called me with her on the phone because I started talking crazy to her. Okay. And we worked it out. And that channel never DM'd me again. So you need to establish that. Then came spicy topics, the two doctors channels. No, yeah, the two doctor channels, spicy topics. Want to say Prima and spicy topic phases. Documentary. Those were kind of like the only channels. Okay, and the guy with the red hair and green hair, he's coming on Faces. Okay, he's coming on Faces. Now they are more so on. What? God damn it! Am I right? I want to say they were on YouTube. No, Spicy Topics was. It was more so a YouTube thing. My Instagram with the hashtag surviving R. Kelly was how I was able to build all those channels. That's how all of these people found each other. Okay, because some people's on Twitter, you know, the Twitter people was able to find the Instagram people. They all found people surrounding that hashtag. Okay, so in the beginning, that's what it was. Hey, just be, hey, Willie, ain't know nobody was in here. I thought it was just me. Okay, free mode channel. I don't know about that. See, and it's also a lot of things that I didn't know about. Okay, so now let me tell you how this evolved. In the beginning, no one was like the R. Kelly camp was brutal, but you didn't know who they were. None of them had they used their real pages. It was all bogus pages, but they were brutal. They was getting shit shut the fuck down. Mr. Mute R. Kelly, and on my side, I had um, man, I had the Mute R. Kelly. I had a lot of important people in the beginning on those Instagram channels. And that was basically essentially for a year. No monetization, no cash apps, no super chats, just lipstick and a lot of information that I had early in the beginning came from conversations of underage girls arguing with each other on Lipstick Alley. Okay? Juice arguing with, I don't know, fuck, could have been Precious Way, could have been V. These people were arguing, was going back and forth. The Savages with text messages from Cash Howard and Cheryl Mack and Diana Copeland. These were like the real people before an indictment, before the feds. Okay? These people were voiceful and the voice in their opinion. Like the Cheryl Mack book, like GMD Regattas coming on my channel, talking to him behind the scenes, just trying to figure this thing out. This is before any indictment. This is like TMZ. Like we are learning about the gray sweatsuits and the corroboration and how this thing gets put together and how it operates. Da-da-da-da-da. And, a lot of people found each other and getting these people to communicate and people that, you know, just getting these people to communicate. Now, remind you, back then, nobody was trying to get personal, okay? Of course, people wonder who the fuck I was because I was posting all the information. I was the one that was digging for, like, the Hartford insurance, like the lawsuits, the old articles, all of these things, like, that you were figuring out because you're trying to figure out something. You're getting information from Lipstick Alley. You're researching it on Google. You're looking up cases. You're finding out these things and who these girls are, and you're going through that. Then phases came with Dana, with the red and green hair and all that shit. And a lot of us didn't know no better, but he's saying crazy shit. Like he was. He got a baby by Ashanti McGee that was on the television show. He also had a baby by Rashana. And I mean, we don't know him. So he's saying these things like, so we don't know he lying about this and he lying about that. And he R. Kelly's mentee. He put him through school. You see what I'm saying? And then he comes with the rally. Okay? This is still Instagram. This is not no YouTube. This is Instagram. Right? This is Instagram. Then you had other bloggers like Nick at Night, the girl from Texas, uh, I can't think of her name. She's this real sweet girl. She had acne. I can't think of her channel. You know, and then it wasn't really a lot of personal attacks then. I mean jokes, but it still was no monetization. Like it was no monetization. It just wasn't. And then DJ started the monetization. I'll give him that. He started that. You know, he started it. Okay. So when he came in, when Dana brought him in, he showed up at a rally. I think it was the same rally that Will came down there and prayed with them with the tiger hat on. And he came down there to the rally and invited everybody to come to. I didn't know a lot about Me Too and whatever they was doing. They didn't actually have channels. I didn't see any. But uh, he DJ came out there and invited everybody to that function, and pretty much after that, it was over with. It was like it was over for Dana. Like he pretty much threatened him. After that, pretty much threatened him. Don't come back to Chicago. Like we'll kick your ass. Ain't no more rallies. We do the rallies. We Chicago. Da 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 da. So he pretty much, you know, and then you had Block. You see what I'm saying? You had Block, and then you know Dana was talking to Block, but Block hated him. He hated his guts. He really did. He hated him. So now you starting to have the men in this sector, regardless of however you feel about something, the men are communicating with each other. You know, and Block really fucking he really fucking hated Dana. And partially why? Because they had been around him longer and they had dealt with him. The Me Too girls had dealt with him in groups and in Chicago, and it turned out like what up, Tears? Um, oh yeah, Dana on Instagram had threatened her to had threatened the the surviving R. Kelly people. He threatened the T on TV girl. He was the first threatening people. He was the first threatening, but it wasn't nothing you could take serious. It wasn't like murder. It was like fights, this and that. I'll come here and I'll beat you up and all that old goofy ass shit, you know. And he almost got into a lot of trouble a bunch of times. But it wasn't nothing you take serious. It's like this fat dude down in Atlanta say he gonna come up here and beat you up. It's like, whatever. Like, you know. But then it evolved from that to, you know, DJ came in and then, you know, Levi sitting in his kitchen. No, it was Levi too. Levi was sitting in his kitchen. But to my knowledge, Levi never attacked me. Levi was just sitting in his kitchen doing his thing. He was out of the loop of everything that was going on amongst us. To me, I didn't think that he participated in anything. I just thought that he was off in the cut doing his own thing. Okay, because I had a lot of rhetoric. He never said anything to me. I never said anything to him. Okay, and you had the dad, you had Angelo. Okay, and he had a relationship with Dana. I didn't have a relationship with Dana. He had a relationship first. Me and Dana had some words on YouTube, and then it kind of came to some street shit. This is at a time I'm not indicted. You see what I'm saying? And I'm in the house basically prepared for war, like on some real street shit. Not towards him, but like how just imagine somebody who got money and this and that, and they outside and they got a bunch of shit going on. You can only imagine. So after that conversation, he calmed down. Angelo put both of us on the phone. I was like, I'm not gonna do anything to you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do nothing to you. I'm just fucking around, but basically on some watch your mouth shit. So that worked out to be cool. And then, but see, when it comes to what Angie said, now I looked around. I ain't gonna lie. Like I told you, I don't be lying. I don't see the point. I don't. If I lie to somebody, it's gonna be somebody that got a whole lot of money or some shit. Like these people, I don't feel the need to have to lie. I could just tell the truth. It really doesn't affect my day or anything. Like I don't care. Like, but you gotta understand that somewhere along the way, three things happened. The phrase terrorist was coined by me in the beginning. Monetization kicked in, and I was indicted. Now, when I get indicted, I come to YouTube because I'm the last line of defense when it comes to the terrorists. Like, and I tell you that they were terrorizing. You gotta understand. Like, them girls was getting attacked in malls. People was calling their jobs. People was showing up to their jobs. They was goddamn going to the courthouse. They was gonna be there. They was calling like they was on one. I'm talking about they was going fucking crazy. They can say that they wouldn't, but they would post 24 hours a day. They would be under their social media. They would be calling their phones. It's a girl they used to call Miss Rogers' phone. She called her phone 300 times in one day. She stopped. The only way she stopped was the feds went to go see her somewhere in Alabama. Like they was going through it. Okay, they was going to fuck through it. Okay, and my motto with my channels was, if I can keep the focus on me, then I can keep the focus off them. So that's what I did. I engaged. Now these people don't like it because we fucked around, got together, and we fucked them up. At every turn, we was there, and everything that they said, and every lie that they told, we was right there to debunk that shit, call that shit for what it is, get their channel shut down, fuck them up. That's what we did. They call it a swatting enterprise, but the feds wouldn't arrest none of these people for all the shit that they were doing. They just wouldn't arrest them. They wouldn't lock them up. Okay, the attorneys for R. Kelly going on. If you don't want to believe me, you can go to R. Kelly's paperwork, his earlier motions in his case. The feds knew about all of this shit of harassment that they was doing to these families, but they wouldn't arrest them. But sometimes, every now and then, they'll put them into the paperwork, this and that, yada yada yada. It was bad. It was really fucking bad. It was like, you got all of these girls calling you, crying, like, you know, when is this gonna stop? When is this gonna stop? Why won't they do anything? Why won't they help us? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know, finally we was like, look, well-being checks, posting people address. They even had a name for it. Yeah, we about to get a well-being check for him. CPS, well-being checks, this and that. Calling shit, making videos, special need kids, Twitter posts, Instagram posts, all day long, hundreds and hundreds of people, and they try to smooth it over now and make it seem like it was us, but we're just sitting back waiting. We have the videos. We have over, I'm gonna say, 500 Wimbush videos posts. We have the same thing on DJ. We have the same thing on all of these people. We recorded that stuff. We got all of that shit, all everything. But and now it's whitewashing going on. But I tried when everybody else was like, "Why do you even talk to them motherfuckers?" I was like, "Well, if you talk to me, then you're less reluctant to be online doing all that wild shit." So when I was talking to people, it was kind of like I was destabilizing them. So the main culprit for all of this shit in the beginning was fucking Dana and then DJ. We didn't know who a Dubowski was. We didn't know who he was. We didn't know who he was. Those people were fucking get off my We hate you. The whole sector hates you. Stay on people pages. We all collectively, all of the channels hate you, and your numbers reflect that. Okay, so I mean, it's all fair. It's all. I'm gonna say it's. Look, the police didn't arrest you. You got away with it. So obviously, you must not been doing anything illegal. Okay, you know what I mean. So all of these people, they kind of whitewashed it, and then we, you know. But it's certain things that even uh DJ was just he was funny, and he also was annoying. He was more annoying than everything. It didn't cross the level. DJ started to go into the police shit because he went on the live with the police and walked into the police station and told on Levi, "I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna do a police report." So he kind of started the police report shit and going to the police. Dana would never go to the police, but he just lied on you. You tell a million lies. You touched a kid. You sexually assaulted this one. I got a baby by this one. I got a black card. I'm rich. I know this person personally. My mentee put him through school. All that shit. You see what I'm saying? And we didn't know who the crash out was. Okay. Even then, before the crash out got involved, no matter what all we had did to each other, we still operated like that's your side, this my side, and then we all go to Blockbenders to uh, listen to music, this and that. We still had a sort of respect for each other. At the time, I think the only outcast was DJ because DJ wanted to solidify his people because he was in this for to get paid. He wanted a car, he wanted an apartment, he wanted cash app, cash app. I want cash apps. Where's cash apps at? Okay, so he was on the outside of everything that we was doing, but he did put together some powerful interviews that later came out to be like, okay, he actually was on the right page, not about desegregation, but he was on the right page about those parents and a couple of other things. See, I give people credit what it's due. They don't give me no credit, no matter what come out, no matter what day it come out. Like he did it, Larry did it. I get it. It's all good. But we didn't know who the crash out was. Okay, the sector was big. It was growing. People channels were growing. They were growing new channels. Okay, nobody had been arrested. Nobody had went to jail. Nobody had allegedly got raped. It was none of those kind of things going on. Okay, and it was a lot of channels. You see what I'm saying? Spinning off. I mean, even the one person that was like the biggest hater and didn't want nobody to have no channel, probably which was uh probably Dana. It was even channels, you know, spilling over from his channel. It was. I mean, it was just channels growing. I used to encourage people like, man, get a channel. Fuck, I'm fighting with these motherfuckers all day and all night. Get a channel, you know. But then they let some kind of way. Uh, they let the demon in. You know, now everything goes to a next level. You know, and he came in trying to emulate a Chicago gang, 30 rounds, which is a 30 popper that kids carry. Um, Name them the Enterprise, 30 rounds, all that shit. Start implementing to older women like Chicago gang culture, which he ain't a part of. He started doing that. Start talking about violence, and you know it got real nasty at that point. You know what I mean? And then he was two faced. It. You know he was at dinners and stuff, and same people at dinners where he would attack somebody different. It just got all fucked up when they let him in, and a lot of people gravitated towards him because of the way I'm guessing that he talked. It seemed like he was something more than actually that he was, and then DJ crushed him, man. He tried to lead DJ and take the whole sector over there. DJ crushed him. Like DJ crushed him. Like he crushed him. He took the rallies from him. He took all of the people. So he didn't have nothing. And then he just like he said about the prom. You know, when everybody else graduated from a prom, he was such a hater that he went up there and threw eggs at their cars and shit because he didn't graduate because he was dumb. You know, he'd be saying them words. And it's the same thing with this. When DJ took everything from him, he just spiraled ever since. You know what I mean? And he just been going to jail, going to court, and getting locked up, and blaming other people for his stupid ass shit. To be honest with you, you know, and it just ain't never stopped. Like he just like a big fucking hater, and it's all about his shortcomings. It has nothing to do with you. And I think that yeah, then they had the rallies. The rallies used to be funny, but rallies used to be funny to see them walking down the street. I ain't gonna lie about it. Rallies was fucking funny. The rallies was funny. Like it looks like nobody washed their face, nobody ironed. You know what I mean? It's just like they just looked poor. You know what I mean? And they was in the dirt, leg quarters, crackheads, Dollar Tree gifts. It was just hilarious, bro. But it didn't have nothing to do with us. Like we sitting at home watching this shit. So yeah, we gonna make fun of it. We got Michael Rappaport to retweet the shit. You know what I mean? Then they was flying like banners around the building. Like it was just a bunch of funny shit. Like it was, you know. And then nobody had pace, so nobody read the paperwork, and they just make up all these fucking lies and the shit. None of this shit came to fruition. None of it's getting true. They just say he was getting out every weekend. Every motion used to get denied. Then they started. Then that's when the lawyer war started. The lawyer war started. So this lawyer supports this one, and this lawyer supports this one, and this lawyer supports that one, and you know. Then it came to recording the lawyers, and it just was like, God damn, we just had fun for like 2 years, just laughing at all the shit. And then we stopped fighting with them. We started just like doing our own thing. So then they started fighting with each other. Then it came to it went from tears he did. Then it got even more weird because people started acting like superheroes and shit. I'm the Batman, I'm the Joker. Then we got away from that. It went from lawyer wars. Then we got away from lawyer wars. Then it went to rally wars. Like whose rally was better. You see what I'm saying? Then when you bought the idiot in, no, then the party bus, drunk babies, the party bus twerking, musty. You know, it just got fucking hella fucking funny. It just did. It just got hella funny. And then, you know, that was the fun time. But then it got all serious in court. You know, it's been a long road. Like, and then it went from direction. This person is talking to this lawyer and he said do this. But this person is talking to this lawyer, he said do this. Okay? And that's when you got, no, the insiders. That's when you got the insiders. Who's on the inside? Then you got, once you got into the inside shit, now you pulling people who really know R. Kelly, pulling them in this direction. The Brotherhood, and then you got Sharon. She's close to this one, and she's giving you information, and don't send money here, don't send money there. Then you got motherfuckers saying we're gonna rally. And R. Kelly's like, no, don't do that. Then the brothers get involved, bro. The brothers get involved, have a press conference, and the fucking Enterprise shows up at the press conference mad because the brothers won't hug them or give them their telephone number or some shit or shake their head. I don't fucking this shit is crazy. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy, and you know, that's when the fun left. You know, and then you got like big spitting fire, like 60 years old, talking about the ops, and I don't know, like motherfucker calling me op in a gown, like you too old to have an op, bro. You like fucking gown. Like I don't, and then all I try to do is make peace. And I ain't gonna say peace, but like make sense out of a situation. I learned a whole lot of lessons. People was like, "Don't do it." I used to do it, and they used to bite me in my ass. You know, then you start seeing people leave. Spicy Topics left after that doctor down there in North Carolina. After he got named in that indictment, he left. Then you seen Block. Block got ran off the block. Then you seen nobody was. You seen Sylvia. You got a chance to see Sylvia blow up and go into another direction. You got a chance to see the firm break up, and then the Green Team got started. You got a chance to see uh, uh, Hollywood, DJ, and Dubosky. That shit lasts about a week. Like, Hollywood used to be funny than a motherfucker, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. She used to be hella funny over there talking. She coined that nigga name the big bug. Oh, that shit used to be so fucking funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie, just go in on that nigga for an hour, dog. And them motherfuckers used to go back and forth. DJ going live in his car. Oh man, DJ had 9 lives. He would not go away. He got an apartment, a car, everyone like that, a job. He benefit from this shit probably more than anybody. Then you got them. Let me see who else. Uh, Carolina Diamond went away when the indictment started coming. When that bribery shit, when the bribery came, a lot of people on the channels. Block went away, Spit left, went over there to the NBA nigga to another sector and tried to get those people to attack us. They wouldn't do it. They like that leader. We made cool with Sister T. That was it. Sister T was going to go in on her ass. I don't know, man. Like I used to try to I got my people that I'm cool with, and I keep their name silent or whatever. I got people that I'm cool with, but you know what I realized at 6 years is none of those people support. Hardly any of those people support our killing. They they only supported uh they supported the blogger. None of those people sent money. That's me. Trust me, I'm in the know. Okay, none of those people sent money to our killing. Nobody sent money to the Dollar King. Who had money to send money to the Dollar King? Niggas ain't sent money to that shit. The only person that raised hella money for R. Kelly was Sue. Okay? Now, all that money she raised for R. Kelly, he got some of it. But the most of it, the money that Sylvia raised for R. Kelly, Sharon Wimbush had all of the people to divert that money from the lawyers because they didn't like her to the jail. And then the jail took the money. Like, the jail took the money, bro, and then they just painted Sylvia as being this evil person. But she kind of the only person that raised money for this thing, you know. So they say Dana had all of this money, the dollar for the king. I've been around for 6 years. I've seen no one produce a receipt. If you paid $80,000 and sent your receipt via email, you can't set up a PayPal without an email. I've never seen anyone with the actual receipt to where they actually sent money to the dollar for the king. I just haven't seen it. I'm not taking up a date. I'm just telling you that I haven't seen it. Maybe someone else has, but I didn't fucking see it. And I don't think they sent shit. Okay? Then the White twins came out. Then when they heard that they could be indicted or charged or whatever, they went away. You ain't seen them in 5 years. And who else came in? Oh, the sisters. The sisters, the last day for them was the day they were standing by Bunjean and she didn't acknowledge them as the sisters. That was hella funny. Diva at the trial, Diva and Blade down there arguing with fucking R. Kelly supporters. That was fucking monumental. It was that like those pictures right there all over the internet. It was like classic. I think Diva was in her fucking glow at that point. So uh, battling the case, going over law stuff, this and that. I enjoyed it. I think that this got all fucked up. That it's just a handful of people that fucked it all up. I think people have genuine hate for each other now. We used to be able to like we had our arguments and our beefs and shit, but we didn't have we didn't have all of that. Just didn't. We just didn't like. You know what I mean? I can remember a time where I wouldn't dare disrespect a woman on this platform. I just wouldn't. You see what I'm saying? And I prided myself on doing that, but it's just like you got introduced into shit like dog head bitches, and I'm gonna sodomize this one, I'm gonna rape this one, I'm gonna kill you in the middle of all that old goofy shit combined with the Pope going to the police, I'm making a report, or let's do a well-being check, let's fuck his probation of his parole, let's get him kicked out. Duh, 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 duh. You had no choice but to start playing those games, okay? And they didn't win that war. They lost that war bad. Okay? Okay? They lost that war hella bad. They didn't win any of them wars. You know, and at this point, I do think that it needs to be segregated because there's a lot of people on that side that aren't to be trusted by people on that side. Okay? They would never be able to get together to do anything because it is truly some bad fucking people on that side. I can't say that about this side. Even the people that stopped talking to me and decided that they were gonna move on, you never seen them do no crazy public shit to me. You didn't see that. They just disagreed with the direction I was going in and they moved on in their own direction. It might have been one or two, but it ain't to the point where I can never speak to them again. Okay, even if we traded words. Like I don't feel that kind of way about anybody that I was cool with in the past. But some of these people, like, and I told you about this earlier on my live, like Atmos let Dana live with him for almost 2 years. And the shit that he's doing to him is like diabolical. Sylvia was taking this nigga food the day that we was on the phone. He said the FBI took his computer, talked to her husband and give him a car. The things that he said about Sylvia, because everybody he get into it with, he say he touched the kids. He might touch his kids. Sylvia touched her kids. I touched my kids. Everybody he say they touched their kids. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to tell you that if you really get into Daniel's story, if we could, somebody touched him a long time. Otherwise, when you get into it, you wouldn't always say that. Okay, it's like you project, right? So I don't understand how you can do that to sit. Like he really is a dirty. I told y'all, man, I got a lot of dirty people on that side. You just do. Okay. Um, there's a lot of people that is on that side, like that I did hate in the beginning, like that I don't hate now. You see what I'm saying? They turned out to be like good people, but they can't show it because they like R. Kelly people. You see what I'm saying? So it's it's really essentially over. Yeah, I think so too. Like something happened. When you always see somebody talking about some, I'm a sodomize your daughter, I'm a sodomize this person, like I'm a sodomize. First of all, number one, you have to realize like this motherfucker don't understand that sodomy means rape. If you're grabbing somebody and you're putting something in their ass and say, well, you're gonna rape. I'm gonna rape this person, I'm gonna rape that person. That's what they're essentially saying. Okay? But I don't think like they too stupid, like they don't know what sodomy means. Okay, and then when you got him, he touched the child, he touched the child, touched the child. To me, it seemed like it's rejecting. You view someone touching the child as extremely fucking horrible, unless it's R. Kelly. universally, whether you're on this side or whether you're on the other side, that they can't participate in anyone's platform. Okay, like they can't participate, and they look at it as them being a rebel. It's just like, no, you're a terrible person, and nobody wants you around. Okay, and a lot of these same people, like, even though they know everybody hates them and nobody wants to watch them, they are the people that's trying to keep the sector going, trying to keep it alive. Like, Dana always had a big audience, and I never knocked that. Like, people are gonna listen to him. He can lie 500 times, they still gonna listen to him. And that's something. And I told Dana this back when I told him to get his own channel. I said, man, people gonna listen to you because they like you. I told him this. I don't know if he'll tell the truth about this, but I did tell him this. People listen to you because they like you. It's not about R. Kelly when it comes to you. Okay? When it comes to you, people listen to you because they like you. It has nothing to do with R. Kelly. Okay? Now, some of these people, they couldn't get 20 people in their chat unless they talking about somebody, unless they beefing with me, unless they talking about a whole bunch of shit that happened to them, or, but I do agree. Like, I think that, I don't think it can be broken up into any more groups. I don't think it is any more groups. I strictly come on here to laugh. Like, if I'm not talking shit and cracking jokes, I ain't coming on. This is like one of the only times, because it's like, she made me think about, like, the history of everything that motherfucker went through, this and that, yada, yada, yada. For the most part, I don't come on here and listen to cracking jokes. I think a lot of my people have moved on. They got, like, better things to do. They tune in every now and then, and they mainly tune in to be like, nigga, you crazy. This shit fucking funny. I mean, cheers, that's true. That's true. Like, he doesn't have a sense of, if you have a sense of loving your children and protecting your children against anything, uh, I don't know. I just would go to court to not give my kids the things that they need. Like, I'll bite the bullet on everything else. I wouldn't be able to bite the bullet on that. And if somebody was, like, super fucking cool with me, I wouldn't throw them in jail. Like, I just wouldn't. And stalked them for the last 6 or 7 years. Like, something is really wrong with some of these motherfucking people. And I know I joke a lot, but something is really wrong with some of these motherfuckers when you see they consistently do on a day in, day out basis about how their life is not moving at all and stuck in the same fucking. When I be joking about that part of that, I be serious. Some of these motherfuckers are like stuck, bro. Stuck. So I don't know the answer to Ms. Walker's question of what I think. I don't think it can get any more segregated. I believe that it is warped, and I think it is warped in a way that it has to be a new sector for. But you got brave people out here. Yeah, I see Cookie come over here, Carla come over here, JoJo come over here. You see what they're accusing me of. For those people that come out and to be cool and be like, man, like, it ain't got nothing to do with that. I didn't violate, you gotta respect shit like that. You just do. But I don't respect people that see shit and it's bullshit. You just roll with it. Like, come on, dog. And I ain't talking about vindicating me or nothing. I'm talking about everything else. It's just like, stand on your own fucking feet. But you got some people that if it comes out and it's against me, they're gonna just be against it. And I don't care about that. And I also understand that I fucked up a lot of people in the sector. Like, I hurt a lot of people's feelings, and they'll never get over some of the things that I said personally to them. You know, and I know I did that. Some people, like, they are stuck on attempting to destroy me.
I get that. Shit. What up, boss? Yeah, what up, bad boy? Yeah, man, weird. But I can't honestly say, like, man, we had fun all the way through. Man, we used to fuck people. We used to fuck you up, boss. We used to fuck you up. We used to crack all the jokes. We used to have hell of fun. We spent 90% of our time laughing. When it was time to get serious, we read the doctors, this and that. But I don't think nobody on the channel laughed harder than us, man. We used to be laughing. Y'all some funny motherfucking people. It's some funny fucking people in this segment. Y'all remember that nigga that used to come on these channels, man? What the fuck is it? He used to get drunk as fuck and had the mask. Man, and we had Butter. Butter was cool as shit. Then you had we had Nia. Nia was so fucking funny, bro. Then you had Mocha and Nia, motherfuckers. Then you had Keith. Yeah, Keith crazy ass. Then we had motherfucking man, we was so many fucking people, bro. Like we used to be cracking the fuck up. Oh, we used to be cracking up. Y'all just don't know how hard we used to be fucking laughing. We used to laugh all day, every fucking day. Man, y'all couldn't win. They couldn't win shit. They could win no motion. They could win against us. They could win shit. Not just they used to just be so depressed. Oh man, but I mean, I be missing a lot of them too. I mean, it was fucking funny. I'm just telling you, man. Like, the sector got ruined. You know what I mean? I think when certain people found out about this shit, they brought their mental health problems over here. And I think it just gave everybody a bad taste and everybody a bad taste in their mouth. You know, it just really did. You know what I mean? And then you start seeing people go away and new people come in and they 10 times worse. And now you gotta talk about shit that a motherfucker ain't gonna do, violence. Then you got police calling and reporting in jail and court case and shit. Motherfuckers going to prison. You gotta deal with all of that. You gotta deal with all that. And you have to deal with it. You know, you have to deal with it. The sodomy, kids, and talking about your wives and posting your kids. Like, we didn't do all of that shit. I remember that one time I made a mistake and posted Deacon Knight's fucking family, but her kid was in it. Man, I got my ass handed to me by both sides. My side was like, how could you post her kid? And I was like, man, I ain't know it was a kid. Like 13 years old, surrounded by 9 women. You know what I mean? Like, just some shit that motherfucker ain't go through. Dana used to do that shit and be trying to talk about a motherfucking kid, women, all the men in this sector. We used to check that nigga collectively like, nigga, we don't like this shit. We don't like this shit. Dude, it just, I don't know. This shit just got, like, listen, I ain't trying to agree with Angie, but this shit just got more and more ratchet. Okay? And why are we on the subject? Why are we on the subject, Angie? You know, I don't know. I just look at it at one time, like she had it all. Like she did. She had it all. She had both sides. I can remember a time where it was damn near 2,000 people on her channel. You know, everybody except Pluto was on the panel. You know what I mean? Some went good, sometimes it went bad. You know, and I think shit, motherfucker, you know. You see what I mean? It ain't never a fucking dub moment, bruh. It was pulled a lot of them away from us, but they should have known better than that BS. They should have. And a lot of people came back like y'all had no idea about who reaches out. They just, they just rather stay in the background. uh, you know, it's a lot of people call me. Y'all wouldn't believe like some of the people that call me. I won't put it out there. Like I'm talking about R. Kelly, some of the damn people that used to be with us. Oh man, dude, crazy as hell, bro. But we used to have a lot of fucking fun. Man. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't fun no more. Like I can come on here for an hour, talk about dumbass little Chris, and then I can come on here for another hour and talk about the goddamn drag queen. I mean, more things y'all expect me to do this shit. I ain't gonna keep on talking about these. That's what they want me to do. 'Cause they don't got shit else to talk about. Nothing. Okay, so now he filed a dumbass lawsuit. Any day now, it could be thrown out, which you probably will. Now he names us as a swatting enterprise. Man, we didn't call no motherfucking SWAT. No, we never called them. We never called the police and had a motherfucker to SWAT you. Where the fuck we did that? What the fuck is you talking about? You know, if you went up against us and you lost, okay, and to me, they took your fucking rallies from you and took your people. They gutted your channel. Like that's what happened to you. You had no support. Okay, he took all your fucking support, all of them, and he took all your people. And he left you out there. That's what I said. Like stupid, like swatting, like oh, we didn't call them. We didn't watch your channel. You weren't doing nothing over there but disrespecting women, disrespecting people. And you was in swatting. You was soliciting. Call this person's church. Call this person's job. Call this person. Do this to this person. Do that to that person. That's what the fuck you was doing. That's what you was doing, buddy. We was talking about your happiness. We was talking about them busted ass shoes, man. We was talking about them dirty baseboards and dirty motherfucking knobs in your house. We was talking about that ugly ass cop. That's the fuck we used to do. We used to talk about you, nigga. We wouldn't call it no. We didn't have to call nobody on you. Just talk about you. Funny enough for us to talk about. So on that note, man, this sector is divided to a point where it can't come back to anything about anything. At least can't even have a conversation. Most people are gone because a handful of people made this shit so ratchet and ghetto and inconceivable. People don't want to be associated with it. And then people have jobs and shit. They want to protect their regular social media, their families, their jobs, this and that. So if somebody do have an opinion and you got this motherfucking crack baby motherfucker around with his people, you can't voice your opinion. Okay, because this crackhead, he is recording, taking pictures, and trying to figure out how to do shit to you in your personal life. Some real stalker shit, right? So you gotta kind of avoid the crack baby. Like, who wants to be a part of that? I specifically know of people that got things to lose, and they can't afford losing those things over YouTube. So if they have an opinion, they'll probably keep it to themselves, and I can't blame them for that. Exactly. And we post this. Exactly. Exactly. Them people went to a grand jury and indicted your ass, threatening prosecutors and the rest of this shit. And that's just some of the weird shit. He's done other weird shit in this sector. Just fuck this sector up, man. He fucked this shit up. And he continues to fuck it up. Nobody wants to be involved in this shit, this ghetto ass shit. Okay? I engage in this shit because I'm on the road. And then these niggas be wearing funny outfits and lying and all that shit. So I come over here for that. But so far as being engaged in this shit, to my brain, you can't bring your sector. But I wish we could lead to motherfuckers and create another sector, but till he goes to prison, like he's a stalker. I don't think some of these people would do half the shit that they be attempting to do to people if he wasn't around. You know? And those people were smarter than I was. They protected their jobs and everything. I didn't fucking do that. I didn't protect shit. You know? Shout out to those people who fucking protected their face. Your businesses and shit. They sold what went after us. Yeah, post people dead, family members, posting people babies, saying people got raped, gang raped, all kind of just, sitting on people's porches, talking about some people gonna catch their mama, spitting on this whole going to people's graves, I'm gonna spit on your grave. Everything that you see Chicago gangbangers, YNs, 13, 14 years old, that's what this nigga was doing. He was trying to implement the gang culture that he was never able to really be a part of into this YouTube shit. On your mama porch, spitting on graves, posting dead people. Ain't that the shit that little Dirt and little Beach, all them little motherfuckers around there do reason they had FBG duck in them. So he tried to do was come on here in YouTube in this sector and emulate all that shit and use 7-year-old women to do it. And he did it, you know? So he ended up being a joke. First motherfucker I ever seen that turned a traffic ticket into possibly 7 years in prison. It's going to be monumental how this shit play out in the end. It really is. But I don't know, man. I'm going to get off here. I just wanted to come on here and address that. But to answer the question, it's over. It's over because people, true colors that came out to who they are, regardless of whether we know who they personally are or not, they true colors came out. Like R. Kelly don't have no support. Uh, they don't stand up to each other. They support anything as long as it's leading towards me or OCLB or whatever. They'll support it. Nobody has the backbone to tell R. Kelly no. They all disagree with all the stupid ass plans he come up with. And I think that's it. And it'll be no more rallies. Oh man, while you're on that, I'm gonna tell you something. Every day that I was on probation, all the way up until 2 weeks of me getting out probation, there was people calling my probation. All the way up until 2 weeks of me getting out. It actually had a lot to do with me getting out probation. The harassment that was coming into that office. And they would just create files. They would call me and ask me who this person is. Do you know this person? I'm like, no. Or what they say. We can't tell you what they said. Identify this person. Do you have their YouTube channel? Copy the link, send it to the YouTube channel. That's all I could do. Because they knew I wasn't doing nothing wrong. At the same time that they was calling my probation and trying to get me fucked up, I actually was accomplishing shit. I never missed a payment. I never was without a job. And I was in school at the same time. And they had their house visits and to see me there with my kids about that. They knew that it was harassment. And they used to watch my channel. They were watching me like, dude, it was hilarious. Who is this person he was talking about? Because it's not illegal for me to know that he's watching. So I made it off that shit. They really was trying to get me kicked off probation, sent back to prison. They was trying to get me violated in prison. Sharon Wimbush was coming, attacking people, soliciting people to get in touch with the inmates I was there with to prison. I'm gonna lie and have you sit back. See what I'm saying? So it has been. It's and believe it or not, I can. And regardless, whatever he say, if I wanted, if I wanted to engage in like some street shit with him, I very well could. Okay, but for what? Like he said on his last live, he don't got $40 from gas. See what I'm saying? So, and there are a lot of people that I didn't expect to condone all of this shit, like attacking kids and children, this and that. Like once I see motherfuckers condoning that shit, and yeah, it was time. It was time. It was time to move around, you know. But Gibbs did make $1. The Enterprise lost a motherfucking support. DJ left the sector to go get married and do whatever he doing, work a job. Uh, People like uh, Hot Rod, JoJo, those people branched out to go and live their lives. They stick their head in every now and then, or unless it's a conversation they want to engage in. For the most part, people like Block and you know, they went on about their lives. Keep people move around, you know. So do I think yeah, yeah, he's been on paperwork and on bond ever since. I just got a feeling like this is how his life will go. Like he a jail nigga. Like all you gonna do is go to jail, get out, go back to jail, do something stupid, get out, hit a woman, go back to jail, run the red lights, go back to jail. Like I just think it's like a reoccurring thing. You know, but he fucked this sector up. I will give him that. If I don't give him nothing else, I give him that. He ruined this sector. You know what I mean? He ruined this sector. He ruined, and that's why he blocked on every single panel. Everybody shut him except for one. So right. So I don't know, man. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna lay down now and get some rest. But do I think that this sector can be broken down any further into different groups or desegregated? I don't think so. I don't think so. Just no. And I don't think none of these people, well, 90% of these people can't call themselves Americans. You can't. Going along with anything that R. Kelly says or does that supported anything that somebody says or does. It's, it's